Now we continue our classes with Unit 5 B. Unit 5 B is about collocations, and the grammatical point is to be, going to, plant feature, plans, hopes and ambitions. Now let's start with the collocations. Collocation means a combine of two words or a group of words. Let's have a look at the examples of some collocations. Number one, you take photos. Like, you take photos when you have headache, you take painkiller, medicine, like, or we say aspirin, or when the weather is rainy, you take a taxi or you take a bus, or when you are really ill, you take a day off, or when you do trading, you take a risk, or you take someone seriously. The next collocation is live abroad or leave abroad. Number two is live abroad. Abroad means the out of country. You live abroad. If you are homeless, you live outside, or you live alone on your own, or maybe you live with your family. Some people just live the moment. Number three, make house or move house. We say here move house. Like, I moved my house a couple of months ago because there were lots of dogs around my house and they were barking all night. That was the reason I moved my house. So you can move house. Maybe you move the chair, maybe you move the table, or you move to another place. And number four, say a block or write a block. You write a block. On block, people write their experience. Maybe they talk about their work experience, maybe their travel experience, and plus on the block people also give their advice to others. So you write a blog, maybe you write a story, maybe you write a letter to someone, maybe you write to a company, or you write an email. Number five, get a fantastic time or have a fantastic time. You have a fantastic time. Like last year, when I went on a holiday to Marmaris last year, I had a great time, fantastic time. So we use the verb have for food, for drink, for activities, for family and possessions. Let's give examples for each one. Food, like I have cheese and olives for breakfast. So we use the verb have for food. Like I have tea for breakfast. So means drink. Number three, like I have one brother. So we also use the verb have for family. And number four, for possessions. Like I've got a car. So this is something you have, something that belongs to you as a possession. And finally, we use the verb have for relations and also for activities. For example, right now I am having a lesson. Actually, you are having a lesson. I'm giving the lesson. Like maybe you have yoga lessons, maybe you have tennis lessons every week. The next collocation is number six, spend time doing something or give time doing something. Here we use the verb spend. You spend time followed by verb ing, doing something. Let's give an example. For example, the question would be, how much time do you spend, for example, working a day? So as an answer, we could say I spent, for example, 5 hours. I spent 5 hours working a day. Or I spent 10 minutes having a shower. I spent 25 minutes having a breakfast. How much time do you spend doing your homeworks? How much time do you spend cleaning your house? And number 7, you learn how to do something or you want how to do something. So the right collocation is here, learn how to do something. For example, I am, here we go, let's erase it on here first. Here we go. I am learning, for example, at the moment, I am learning, the question word is how, and followed by to infinitive, how to speak Russian. And for example, when I was 18 years old, I learned how to drive a car. And when I was 20 years old, I learned how to speak German. So, we use the verb learn and followed by question word to infinitive. The next collocation is, and the final one, number 8, make a course or do a course. Here, we use the verb do. We use the verb do for, as you remember, for physical activities and daily activities. You do a course at a language institutions, or you do a degree at the university, or maybe you do some exercise in your free time. So, we use the verb, as we said, for daily and physical activities. Maybe at home, like you can do, maybe you do vacuuming, maybe you do ironing, maybe you do the dishes. So, we have these collocations, and as we said, today's topic is, the grammatical topic is to be going to, plans, hopes and ambitions. And look at the people on pictures, like on picture A, B and C. We have the other people, Ryan and Mel, on picture C. On picture A, we have Derek, and on picture B, Heidi. So these people are going to retire soon. And when they retire, they have some plans. When they retire, when they stop working completely. As you know, like after the age of 55, or for women, and men usually retire at the age of 65. So, what are you going to do when you retire? What's your plan? Like, what are your hopes and what's your ambitions? Ambitions means a strong wish to achieve something, to succeed something. For example, my ambition is to travel around the world. Or another of my ambition is to learn lots of foreign languages. How about your ambition? Now, have a look at these people's plans, hopes, and ambitions. Before doing that, have a look at these discussion questions, which we have already answered. Number 1, at what age do people usually retire in your country? As we said, people usually retire at the age of 55 or 65. 55 for women, 65 for men. And number 2, what do you think are the good and bad things about being retired? Of course, being retired has got advantages and disadvantages. Being a retired person, like, for example, when you are retired, you can spare more time for your family members. You can spend more time with your family members. This is the good thing about being a retired person. But the bad thing about being a retired person is you might get bored easily because you are not doing much. You're not doing a lot of things and you are being a bit inactive, not active. So you might get bored. And when you don't work, when you're retired, you don't work. So you don't make a lot of money. Maybe the money you get from the government might not be enough. And number 3, do you know anyone who is retired and how do they spend their time? Like I would say my father is retired and he spent his time like meeting his friends, like walking in the nature. He usually goes hiking. He spent his time hiking in the nature or meeting up his friends, or he spends his time going fishing. How about your family members? If there is anyone as retired, how do they spend their time? Look at 3 and look at photos A to C and match the people to their plans for when they retire 1 to 3. So on 1 to 3, they talk about their plans, hopes, and ambitions when they retire. Let's match them with the pictures. Number 1 says that we are going to drive across to USA and we are planning to spend about 6 months traveling, and I'm sure we'll have a fantastic time. And look at the beginning, the subject pronoun we means 2 people, but here there is only 1 person and 1 person. But on the picture C, Meryl and Ryan, so we. So number 1 is picture C. And number 2, I'm hoping to retire before I am 50, but I'm not going to stay in this country. I want to live abroad, somewhere that's hot all year. So I'm hoping to retire before I'm 50. Look at picture. Who do you think is over 50 and who do you think is under the age of 50? I would say picture A is the under of 50, which is picture A, Derek. So picture A is number 2. I'm hoping to retire before I am 50. I think on picture B, the woman, Heidi, she looks like she's over 50. And number 3, I'm looking forward to spending more time in the garden, and I'm thinking of doing a course in wildlife photography, and I'd like to go to Africa next year. So number 3 is picture B, Heidi. So help with grammar to be going to your future plans, your hopes, and your ambitions, your strong wish to succeed something. Look at these sentences and answer questions 1 to 3. Says on picture C, they say, we're going to drive across to USA and I'm sure we'll have a fantastic time. So, do these sentences talk about the future? Yes, both sentences talk about the future. I'm going to, so we're going to, and we'll have a fantastic time. But which one is a prediction? As we said earlier, we use future tense will to make a prediction. And the first one we're going to drive is a personal plan. And they make a prediction on their personal plan. Let's give another example. Like, I'm going to start my future plan. I'm going to start Russian course. And my prediction on that, for example, as we said, I'm going to start a Russian course and I think I'll learn it really quickly. That's my prediction. So you can make also your future plans and make a prediction on that. Or another one, like I and my friends, we are going to go on a holiday next summer. And I think we'll have a fantastic time. And number 3, which verb form comes after be going to? After to be going to, we use the infinitive form. Look on here, we're going to drive on the infinitive. And how do we make negatives, questions, and short answers to be going to? Right. To make negatives, I'm going to, I'm not going to, he is not going to. Like, I'm not going to start German course. I believe that my German is good enough to communicate with people. Or my plan for tonight, for example, something that I'm sure that I'm not going to. I'm not going to eat out for a while. So this is how we make negative. And questions. What are you going to do tonight? Like, what are you going to eat for dinner tonight? Or what are you gonna do next summer? And short answers, like, are you going to eat something tonight? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Or is your father going to start gym? Yes, he is. No, he isn't. And finally, one more. Are you going to do another course after English? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. So, find these phrases 1 to 3 in 3A and which verb form comes after each phrase, the infinitive with to or verb ing. A, we are planning, followed by infinitive with to. Look at on here, we are planning to spend about 6 months traveling. And the second one, I'm hoping. I'm hoping also followed by to infinitive. I'm hoping to work forever, for example. And number 3, the third one, C, I want. I want here, look at here, I want followed by to infinitive, to infinitive. I want to live abroad. Like, I want to live with my family, for example. I want to live in the city. Where do you want to live when you retire? And D, I'm looking forward to, followed by verb ing. Look at on here, I'm looking forward to spending more time in the garden. Like, I'm really looking forward to buying a house. Or I'm looking forward to seeing my childhood friends. But when I retire, I'm looking forward to buying a house in the countryside. And I'll tell you what it means later on. And E, I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of followed by verb ing. I'm thinking of doing a course in wildlife photography. I'm thinking of doing Spanish course, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not very sure. So, and the final one, I'd like. I'd like and I want is actually the same. The biggest difference between these two sentences, I'd like and I want, is we use I'd like to sound more formal. I'd like also is followed by to infinitive. Look at on here. I'd like to go to Africa next year. And when I retire, I'd like to go to Fiji. You can check that place on the internet. That's my dream place, and I really would like to go there. So, look at 5B. Which phrase in 5A means I'm excited about this, and I'm excited about this, and I'm going to enjoy it when it happens. So on here we use the phrase I am really looking forward to. So if you are very excited about your future plan, you can use I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to buying a new house, or I'm looking forward to meeting my childhood friends next week. Or you could also say I can't wait. I can't wait to see my childhood friends. They have the same meaning. And look at 2. Which is more certain? Which is more definite? I'm planning or I'm thinking of? I'm planning is more definite, is more certain. I'm planning to start Russian course. I'm more sure about that. But I'm thinking of starting Spanish, or we could say German course. I'm just thinking of. And which is less certain? I'm going to or I'm hoping. I'm hoping is less certain. Like I'm hoping, for example, think about something you are not very sure. You're just hoping. Like I'm hoping to move. I haven't got that much hope, for example. What are you hoping to do? For example, here, what is she hoping? Oh, sorry, I'm hoping to retire before I am 50. Now, let's get on the next page and do the exercises. But on 6A, be careful with the grammatical points to infinitive or verb ing. Complete the paragraphs 1 to 3 with the correct form of the verbs in these boxes. And which people in photos A to C said them, do you think? Number 1, we're going to buy a camper van and drive from San Francisco to New York. We are hoping to visit some old friends on the way. And Mary is thinking of writing a blog about our journey. Number 2. So as it says we are, so picture C, Meryl and Ryan. I'm planning to buy a house by the sea, either in Thailand or Barbados. And I'm very excited about, what is it? I'm looking forward to getting up late every day. And I'm hoping to spend every afternoon at the beach. And I'd like to learn how to dive. So that is probably picture A. And the final one, here we go with the final one. I'm going to buy a new camera and I'm looking forward to learning how to take photos of animals in the wild. I'm also thinking of going on a holiday to Uganda and I want to meet a gorilla face to face. That is picture B, Heidi. So here, as you see, they talk about their future plans, future ambitions, and their hopes. What are you going to do when you retire? What are you hoping to do? So on here, write 6 sentences about your plans, hopes, and ambitions. I'm going to study Chinese next year. I'm thinking of buying a new laptop. And you can use the other phrases. Like, there is something that's my personal plan. I'm going to improve. I know Russian some. But I'm going to improve my Russian. And I'm thinking of starting German classes. I'm not really sure about that. And I'm hoping to learn lots of language, lots of foreign language. And I'm really looking forward to meeting my childhood friend. He's coming next week. Right, now for the last thing, let's do the exercise number 10. Make yes/no questions with you. Are you going to visit friends next month? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Number 2, would you like to be famous? Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. Number 3, are you planning to move house this year? Yes, I am. I have another problem with my house again. So, yes, I'm planning to move house this year again. Number 4, are you looking forward to doing something special? No, I'm not. I'm not looking forward to doing something special. I'm just planning to spend the day at home. And you shouldn't be also plan to do anything. You shouldn't plan anything. And number 5, want to live abroad in the future. So, do you want to live abroad in the future? Maybe yes, I do, you can say, or no, I don't. And number 6, are you thinking of changing your job or course? No, I'm not thinking of changing my job. I love my job. And number 7, are you going to take any exams this year? I'm not really sure about that, so I might take an exam this year. Maybe I will take it. And number 8, would you like to learn how to infinitive, how to fly a plane? No, I wouldn't. I'm scared of a bit height. So I wouldn't like to learn. Number 9, are you hoping to infinitive to retire early? No, I'm not. I'm not hoping to retire early. And number 10, are you planning to go on holiday soon? No, I'm not.